me just yet. So, let's just turn this away. Turn this away. Be quiet. So, waiting for Instagram to fire up. There you go. Instagram is now live, I believe. Just going to turn all that volume markers down on this so we don't get any back. Now, if I just go into here and I check, do you know what? YouTube's a funny one, right? I've watched a few like videos when people are like eating crazy food, you know, like we're talking like the big man versus food type challenges, and now YouTube's like, oh hey, you like those kinds of things, do you? Here's 5 million more. And I just got everyone and their mother just doing like food challenges now on YouTube. This funny old thing, YouTube is very adaptive. It keeps you watching. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly check that we are not doing any feedback on here. Okay, so if I just go to my own channel, I'm not sure it'll allow me to see. Yes, I am live. That's good. It doesn't. I mean, okay, great, perfect. We appear to be in a good place. So we are now broadcasting. Sound seems to be all right. Great. Okay, so welcome, guys. It's Sunday. I was thinking about maybe doing this over TikTok, but as usual, the TikTok streaming app is, I don't know, it's doing its own bloody thing rather than just allowing me to RTMP stream to it from any other app, like any other service. Yeah, man. I haven't streamed to TikTok in about a week, actually. Not lies. And I'm being quite lackluster with video updates. I'm getting quite annoyed with TikTok. TikTok keeps giving me sort of community content strikes for things that I'm just not doing wrong, and then when I try and appeal them, it's like, no, you are, and I'm like, no, I'm not, but if you feel that way, then I just won't use your service. Yeah, as standard now, I just try to load TikTok, and of course the bloody client's not working. It's probably harvesting all my data. Who knows? It's really not opening, is it? Wait. It just doesn't want to open. It's shy, possibly. But hello, everyone. Yeah, we are now live. And I keep an eye on so chats. I'm actively watching YouTube. I'm actively watching Twitch and also Instagram at the moment. So trying to sort of do that while at the same time maintain my own concentration levels. But always a challenge, guys. Always a challenge. So yeah, this is the White Lotus in its current standing with nothing spawned in. Today we're going to look at what are we going to look at? Hang on. Today we're going to look at the asset spawning panel, part 2. So we got the fundamentals of its setup yesterday. Hello, Griffin, and hello, John. We got the fundamentals of the asset spawner setup yesterday, but we're gonna continue to do that today. It is a little bit repetitive. Do bear with me, because all the effort that I've put on little assets that I've allowed to be spawned in here, actually, I've got to go through now and collate them and then put them into a panel, which is going to be, yeah, a bit of effort, to be honest, and probably not that fun to watch, but you're welcome to come along for the ride while I jabber incessantly to myself and you lot. So let's just walk like there's nothing in here. And ignore these things. I've still not decided on those platforms, you know. I'm not decided that they won't be a permanent part, but I want different podium styles. But I don't know. It's tricky. Anywho. So let's just move back to these sort of panels. These panels, interestingly, take a good look because you won't see them in the finished one. That's the thing with the Lotus has always been that there's been a few panels which are not visible by everyone. You know, people always walk in and assume there's no sort of admin controls, and they really, I've been quite, you know, lackluster in terms of, now I don't overscript these days due to the amount of mental damage caused by trying to be too controlled with too many scripts and then finding out that they'll just break after every Tuesday update anyway. So I wanted the easy life because it was a conscious decision to sort of cut down the script, but here I am going back on myself here, and I hope it doesn't cause me problems, and if it does, we'll just be pacing back off to Paris, and thank you. But yeah, okay, so if I now go into the hell am I doing? Okay, yes. I need to hit run on this, I guess. Let's just go here. Try not to hit and do on anything. So just go here. Run and run. Now I should see everything starts appearing in here. So this should look a little bit more like the Lotus as you know and hopefully love it. But check it out, right? We've got this. You bet it's so magical. Unfortunately, I don't have asset despawners. I've still got to catalogue everything so I can remove items in the room. But you can see me sort of just stick out a strike through this pill and floor thing. Boop. You're ready to go. See what happens. So we now have a pearl and mice floor going on, which is kind of cool, right? So anyway, enjoy that. I'm going to turn that off because that's a bit of a spoiler. Boop. And yeah, I'm going to go through now cataloguing the rest of them. So here it goes, guys. You ready? Ready for the wild ride? There's so much to do in here, but I think I've got this weekend, next weekend, and every day in between now to focus on this. And the one in banter is coming along really well, but I do also need to spend time on that. You have a lot more control over in banter about how things look, and for example, you can use sort of very advanced graphical shaders on water. I would say much like you see in VR chat, identical to what you see in VR chat, and then some, because I believe Banter runs on a newer version of Unity as well. So yeah, I do get ready for the next level there if I get that right. But obviously in Horizons we can do a like race of things with water, but generally it's quite limited. You know, we've got 11 textures to choose from. You know, thanks. Here are all the colours under the sand, 11 textures, of which only a few are really appropriate for water texture mainly. Yeah, caustic, which is the classic sort of water texture, good for sort of like expanses of oceans. Yeah, there's other ones that you can sort of play off, of course. But then using all sorts of transformations and rotations is a strong way to go with that as well. So, okay. So guys, I need to put more spawnables in here. So this is where it's going to get a little bit dicey. I need to try and remember what the hell I've put in here. I'm just going to come downstairs. Downtown, I'm going to just move the microphone back a sec so I don't accidentally punch it, as I'm prone to do. I am a bit of a microphone puncher, not on purpose, but I have. But so if I just open this panel up now, I've got to try and remember. Well, I'm gonna basically carry this around. You can't see this panel, I'm sorry, because we can't see the same thing when we're talking about properties panels. But I now need to try and remember where the hell I put all my asset spoiler origins. So this is gonna be fun. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Let's just take this with me. So audio, this tab, that, right, great. And we've got one thing selected there. So I'm just gonna leave that back. Just punch the microphone. Can you believe it? After a semi would. Right, okay, how's that? Is that good? We just move back from it so I can't actually reach it with my hand. Okay. So what I need to do now is to find the asset spawning ghost. So this is gonna be, that's one. This is sofa 2. I want to do them separate, if I'm being honest, because I think that feels like the right thing to do. So oh wow, those are the front two then. Okay, so I need to go, these are the back ones, so I'll do the back ones first. Okay, what is that? Okay, let's start this one. Right, okay, so I'll say NC group, yeah. Just gonna sling them in and I'll worry about mapping them in the array afterwards. So, this is exciting, guys. Not. Wire up is always fun. Not. Sorry, I keep contradicting myself. Sure, something else I should be doing, like mowing the garden or something, but no, it's... They can wait. It sounds like no fun. Okay, so we've got a bunch of sofas there now. Now you've done that, I want the stage blocks. I'm going to select the stage block, okay? So little stage. And I'll probably redo this once it's more formalized, which is always the heartbreaker with this, because when you're doing this kind of wire up and this kind of coding, it can be a little bit soul destroying, because, you know, reorganizing code, going back and sort of moving stuff around and splitting that out to other classes is part of, it's coding fundamental. You never write code and just leave it there. I mean, no good code This is going to be a statement that I want someone to write down. There's no good code that you write once and leave, unless it's just abandoned and no one uses it. Because if people use it, I'm rethinking that statement as I said it. No, because I haven't renamed things. Oh, shoot bags, hang on. I just realised gotten the ESD groups, not the acid spawners in here. That's annoying. My bad. My bad. So, oh. Well, no, that's interesting, because these things should be, not entity groups. That's the sofa spawner. You should be the sofa spawner. Let me just, recheck these a sec. Something went very wrong there. Wait, oh, I see. Okay. I gotta be very careful of that. So that's... Okay. Shit. It's a problem. When I'm talking, I lose concentration a lot. So... I knew it. They show up as empty groups, not spawners. So, one spawner. I think it's because I was selecting the groups that they were buried within. Which is silly. That is silly. So, it's a 2. So, no problem. It just probably lost a couple minutes there. Okay, so... Interesting that. So now what I want to do is I want to grab that. That's an entity group again. That's not the one I want. So I'm inside something there. That's the sofa spawner. So I'll leave it there. That's one of the ones that I want. The other one that I want, I've got to come into this sofa to stop me from selecting it. And then I should be able to get the sofa spawner. That's perfect. So now if I just grab the sofa group L, did it. Great. Oh, so we got the Pelin floor spawner, sofa spawner. Or just give them arbitrary names, like there's not for building it, that's the main thing. So anywho, or the fleb. Wait a sec. I know I get this. I think have I got to get this in a block now? Oh heck. Hang on. Now I remember where it's gonna be called a spawner. The question is where the hell I've buried the actual thingy. Where would I've... Oh, here he is. I got him. It's right in the middle, of course he is. Circle stage spawner. So if I grab that... Circle stage spawner. Great, we're actually making progress now. We're on the right track, so I had a complete lapse. If I now come in here, this should be the piano spawner. We'll call it piano spawner. And the spawner, and if I just take this, yeah, that's the one. I'm just gonna plot that down there. Right, I should check the chat. Is anyone saying hello? Not yet. Don't be shy, you guys. Just don't be shy. I am here. So, okay, so we're up to, I think, the 7 assets map now. So, oh shit, I need to keep that open because I'm going to put these in here. Oops. So glad I grouped the sofas and the coffee tables together. That was a killer move. So anywho, the point with asset spawning sections of environment, guys, don't fall for this trap, right? Don't make it too complex. This is Horizon Worlds, right? Complexity should be reserved for when we've got actual complex, like tri-mesh and stuff, which are being spawned as like singular things. At some point, maybe that'll happen. Hopefully, should do. Just don't know when. But as for using geometry, like lots of primitives to create lots of detail and then spawning that in, that is fucking dangerous. Don't do it. Don't do it. I have no general rules of thumb for you. Unfortunately, it is a trial and error process. But I have seen that even simple objects can fail to spawn, 10% of the structures in. And it's not to do necessarily with how much is in the level either. It's just sometimes the asset spawning mechanism has a tough time retrieving all the objects. And it just misses shit out. It's silly. Right. So with that done there, guys, I've got to go into this. I've just realised something. Where I left off the audio list yesterday, unfortunately, it's been mapping. I would just be mapping assets into the wrong bloody thing. That's oh no! Because I cloned the thing because they both will spawn. You see, so there's synergies between them that I didn't think about. So if I can I do this? No? How about this? You absolute plonker. So that's fine. It's fine. That's fine. So this is where I keep doing it wrong, guys. Keep getting it wrong. My concentration levels are not good. So that's an empty grip. The hell? I didn't want that. Stop. Out. Let's try the end. So you are a sofa spawner, that's fine. Left. And you are another sofa spawner. Fine as proof. Damn it, let me select things. My hell's wrong with you? Okay. So we're gonna say sofa spawner. I've made that too small. Let's make that bigger. Well, it would be forever trying to line that up. Oh, perfect. So that's left and right. Okay, so we're gonna do this again over here. I'm really hungry. Although I've mentioned it like every day, but I think switching back to sort of black coffee for the first time in like kind of 9 months-ish, 8, 9 months, has actually been kind of good so far. As long as I stick to 1 to 2 cups a day, I don't seem to get any weird symptoms or belly problems, which is nice. Also, it's sort of stopped me wanting to eat all the time, which is amazing, because I was definitely going through a bit of a thing where I just wanted to eat all the time, which is crazy. Who wants to eat all the time? It's nuts. Anyway, but I literally through a working day, I'd be in the kitchen sort of on almost every hour just making something. It's like, I think I was buying too much in the supermarket for sure, but that's because I was eating too much. But I was eating lots of sort of carby rich things like there's cheese twists, not the bready ones, you know, the little sort of ones you get in packs, like they're like breadsticks, but they taste a bit of sort of butter and cheese and that. Delicious, of course, but yeah, probably not good for you. Anywho, I spawned this tablet, so I just gotta make sure to make that mistake again. So if I now go into the actual script for that, so I'm gonna try and do this from memory, given that I've actually had to repeat this process a few times, right? I'm hoping I can just remember this. Go on. Okay. So unfortunately I can't set these properties against the instance, so if I was going to do this for another panel, I need to create a copy of this script, which is again not great, to be honest. That's not great, it's just because you don't have the ability to set arrays of properties inside the panel. Really, I'm bloody sure of that, because cool, I've done it. Right, asset names. So here we go. Perlin's floor. I'm gonna go. Sofa. Back. Left. Sofa BL. Sofa. Yeah. Try that. It's so much easier with a keyboard, or at least the ability. Fuck's sake, what am I dragging there? What was that? I don't even know what that was. I just grabbed something. I can't actually tell you what it was. I think it was a sofa, which is not the end of the world. Let me just move up out of the way. I'm sorry, guys. Because these things are not locked when they spawn in. I don't actually know what I just moved, but I got a feeling it was a spawn-in circle, which is not the end of the world. All the spawnable areas are actually but they are locked, so I can't interfere with those, which is good. That's a good tactic. Once you're very sure of something that you've put into your world, lock the hell out of it. Because you can always unlock it in like 2 seconds flat if you want to, but it saves if you accidentally kick on it and drag it. I did that with a beach in Paros twice, and the first time I missed that I did it, and I did a whole load of edits, and then about an hour later I realised I'd moved the beach, and everything was screwed up, and it took me forever to position that again. Yeah, not a good move, dudes. Not a good move. So yeah, lock things. You can sometimes actually gently unlock things and then move them, and it does happen, right? It does happen. Don't beat yourself up too much, but it'll help you with the frustration level. So, sofa. R. And then just look like country codes, BR and FR and BL, but this back left, back right, front right, and front left. Oh shit. Sofa FL. Yeah, okay, good job. I checked myself on that because it would have been wrong. So. Sofa. FL's like Florida, FR's like France, BR's like Brazil, but yeah, that's bullshit, right? There's nothing to do with it. So the next thing I did was, I think circle stage, right? So, stage. Stage shit, yeah? And then this one's gonna be corner piano. Okay, I think that's where I got to. So if I just hit refresh on this, guys, let's try it. This is going to fire the toggle event we put in yesterday, because if you remember, I've got nothing actually in this panel that's tracking the is spawned state of things. I may have to include something really rudimentary, because it's a bit too much to expect the Horizon script to reach out and manage that many objects. I think I might get some kickback on that, so you won't be happy with it. If I just sort of position you here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to... These dots, by the way, will be replaced with something more meaningful. So if we say sofa, back left, I expect the sofa just on the left disappear. It has, look at that, gone. So now, if I look at the sofa B, that's why I keep saying to people, even though you're going to walk into the Lotus and think I've fucking done nothing in like a month and a half. Things are happening. A lot of it was laying down the groundwork to then allow this kind of shit going on. So, boop, back right, front left, front right. So we can now actually control things. And I could say, right, get rid of the stage and get rid of the corner piano. Oh, I didn't W, I clicked on that, I'm sorry. Oh, that's not responding. Did I not hook that up? Let me just check that. Because if I didn't hook that up correctly. What is this? Corner piano spawner. Okay, corner piano spawner. Nice. Let's just have a quick look in here. Did I not? Nah, okay. I think I know what happened here. Even though I added up to variable number 6 in here, yeah, I did not actually add him to the array of spawners, so that's the thing. So I'm going to just quickly flush through this. Script capacity at 26 on this particular script, and I'm going to just add some more. So I'm going to say, like, I'm going to move this upwards because this is only just adding numbers. I'm so sorry about it. So let's see if I can bring you up with me into space. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Oh, so, okay. Wonderful. So, yeah, the TikTok app really hasn't loaded for me, which is... Oh, I was saying that, actually. No, it hasn't. It really hasn't. So TikTok's useless then. So yeah, sorry if anyone's watching here that's come across from TikTok, that's why I'm not streaming to TikTok now. Apparently, brand new reason, the software won't load. Who was updating like a few times every day or whatever. It was a bit too much. I'm filming out to sort of just do a bit of a every now and then update rather than just like literally bringing loads of pointless crap. I did actually stop using the TikTok stream after obviously multiple complaints of sort of it. The way it was saying, so, oh, this is a replay. So it's not a replay. I don't know why your algorithm's telling me it's a replay and giving me no option to sort of contest it. TikTok is very much, it wants to tell you what to do. I know if I'm okay with that, so I'm going to stick with the other platforms, which just suggest what you should do. Yeah, stupid. So anywho, we're going to add the 5 odd verbals now. 7. This is going to be a bit boring, I'm sorry guys. There's no quick way to do this in Horizons. It's not like you can just copy and paste or... There's a thing like basic scripting Horizons, quick as a flash. It's a really good function, but when you start to do more advanced stuff, it can get in the way of itself. You don't have to repeat a lot of things over and over. So, object. Get back to the drink script, actually. I may do that at a point today as well. Ooh, 11:43. I really need to get down the gym at some point. I really do. Or just do something from home. But I said that yesterday. I did absolutely fuck all from home. So I'm thinking getting to the gym might be... So I haven't been in 2 weeks. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, how lazy. I need to. Because I just got too much going on in my head. I need to do it all. I need to stop thinking like that. I need to just get on with it and spend an hour. Because I'll spend an hour sitting around like, thinking about things. Not actually getting anywhere with those thoughts, which is crazy. I need to just recognise them procrastinating. And act on that. We're on 21 out of 31. We start at index 0, so that's important to acknowledge. And cool. I've got a whole salvo of YouTube videos to sort of, I've uploaded them, I just need to name them and then publish them, so expect that at some point. Question whether I leave that till late, and my biggest problem is I keep trying to do everything at the same time, which means I'm standing around in public spaces, should be socialising with people, and I'm just on mute sort of doing video publishes, but I'm managing it, you know. This is a problem with being a one-person band. You're balance things, right? You gotta see what's working, you gotta invest your time in what's working and realise, you know, that sometimes the things that you enjoy, if you lose yourself in them, yeah, you can make a lot of great product, but if no one ever sees it, it's pointless. So I feel a bit about sort of building with primitives at the moment, that there's so many fantastic primitive builders out there, but I'm really struggling with it now, because I know that something's around the corner. And I know that the more time and effort and soul that I pour into this, no one's asking me to either, but then the more of that I pour into this, suddenly everything's going to change. And we're all going to be sort of playing with like newer tools, hopefully. So it's all for nothing. Well, it's all for something, but it's not really to anything. I don't know, I'm trying to say, you know what I'm trying to say. You know, people might, when the whole Trimesh boat comes in, start looking back at the primitive worlds, and sort of like the majority of people will be like, oh, that's rubbish, you know, and we'll be like, well, you went there, man. It's a bit like now when we look at sort of the pre-mesh worlds, sort of going back sort of, gosh, almost 2 years ago. You know, people will constantly remind us that these were some exceptional builds at the time, because all they had were like pretty much blocks. I said, we should look at it and you understand that. With a bit of vision, yeah, absolutely. It's now it's impressive now knowing that, but difficult. It's difficult. Mentally, it's difficult. You know, we don't know what's happening with this platform. I'm sure it's going to grow. I hope it's going to grow. I've invested a lot of time here, as have a lot of people. But again, time is the only investment I've made on this platform, not money. And I know this platform needs a business model to survive. And there's a lot of topics which I don't talk about on the stream necessarily, or at least not to any great length. It's not that I'm afraid to, but I just know nothing about them. So I kind of try not to comment on things I have no idea what's going on internally about. Because it's just useless misinformation. But, you know, I get asked a lot of questions about this platform, like, does it do X? Does it do Y? You know, one of the favorite ones I seem to get asked by a lot of sort of creatives is either, how do I get monetized to this platform? The answer is, I don't know. I've read it and like, yeah, hey, so far it's like, I can only tell you what I observe. If you're from anywhere other than the US, don't appear to stand a chance. Don't. Yeah, but no one actually knows how it works. Well, certainly no one can say about how it works, but you know, it is what it is. Like, I don't really have any interest in being monetized, to be honest. It's like, if I was at any point, if I was, what I would do is I would start doing live shares in here and lining people up and actually paying them wages. I don't really want any of it. I just want to create a good experience for people. And so it makes me feel good, you know? I have a job, I have a full-time job. I'm not in the boat where I need to make money from this. But I know there's a lot of people who could really benefit from, you know, some supplemental income. Just for sort of coming on and putting on the show like once a week or twice a week or whatever. And I would like to see those people prosper. I really would. At the moment, that's not a thing. Not a thing that I can offer. So, okay. Business models, you need, can feel like the metaverse as a whole or any metaverse product, you need money coming in to make something self-sustaining. If you don't, it's going to die. It's going to die. It's going to go the way of every other failed project where either it wasn't making money or they were wasting money. I'm just going to do a quick verification set. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, say what. And I'm sure Meta have got a plan to monetize this platform. I was talking with Phil yesterday about it, and we had quite a lot of ideas as to how they could do it. Like, for example, TriMesh, you know, obviously hosting of rich assets and textures. That's hosting. Would they charge money for that hosting space? Well, they've got every reason to. I mean, shit, if someone's using your house to store stuff in, if they're a really close friend, you'd probably charge them to that. You know, just filling up rooms with their crap, or free service. But then, you know, would they charge like a commercial tier where, and a lot of the criticism in this platform has been like, well, you know, commercial providers probably wouldn't be interested in this. They're more interested in platforms like Spatial at the moment. Why? Because on Spatial, they can import free scans of their objects with all the textures and all the info sort of panels and videos, and they can do all that shit over in Spatial. But Spatial, I believe, charges a bit of a premium for it, as do other platforms that allow the same. So I would be surprised if Meta went any other way than that. If you had a business, you could pay a premium sort of hosting tier to be able to upload your own, you know, different tiers at different rates, some for smaller businesses, some for larger ones, right? Then they would give you hosting space that allow you to sort of upload your rich assets and then even sort of sell products. So I think a lot of the, and again, this is my brain, okay, it's not based on any facts, but I think the EA people were just there to test that this was ready for the commercial sort of partners. And will the rest of us sort of common folk have the ability to upload our own stuff? Not sure. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, guys, because if you allow people to upload all sorts of guff into here, whether or not it's sort of stolen copyrighted assets or just, you know, horrendous amounts of data or even sort of abusive images or whatever, you know, you open the doors and quite a lot of policing there. You're not sure how that would work. I think I would look towards, before judging Meta for any decision on what they do with this platform, I would look towards every other platform and see what they're doing. Now, I know that there are some like sort of VR chat and banter, that especially banter. My knowledge of VR chat's not that great. I'm afraid I've been in there a few times. But banter, yeah, you can publish whatever you want, pretty much. I mean, depends on where you're hosting it, of course, and they may not feature it if it's too fishy. But the best way was explained is that think of banter like a web browser almost. You know, in that you go into it and you can tap in a URL, and then because the world will be hosted at any web URL, right? They have their own internal hosting. Sure, they got bant.ing, and before that it was glitch. But yeah, if your content's too fishy, obviously they won't want it hosted on there. That's a given. But then you could host it yourself on your own domain provider. As long as people got a URL, they could sort of get to it, I guess. So there is that. That does make you culpable for whatever you put up there, because if you're putting it on your own hosting provider, then your hosting provider might have rules as to what you can put up there. And obviously, if someone reports that and it's against the policies of your provider, then obviously you could land yourself in a bit of trouble there. But yeah, all good. Then the point is, it's free. I think with Meta's Horizons, everything you do is uploaded into Meta themselves, so they do have direct governance over everything you put into it, which makes it very easy because it's all self-contained. But it does mean also you could wake up tomorrow and find your world is unpublished because it contravenes a Meta policy that might have changed, or whatever. We've seen worlds get unpublished for having like gigantic penises in them, which I mean, if you read through the world builders policies, and they do get updated once in a while, they will tell you what you can do in Horizons, according to how you grade your world and whether or not it's public or members only. There's different sections and different qualifiers like 18 pluses, etc. Well worth a read. I haven't been through them in the last 6 months. I probably should, but the general attitudes towards sort of nudity are basically no, and you can have suggested nudity and mild sexual themes, but anything beyond that comes under the forbidden world policy, so that will get you unpunished. And if you have a few infractions in your world, you might find that your world gets unpublished for 24 hours. So that could be a bit annoying if, for example, you're running a busy social hub. You publish of something like reported on a Thursday night, your world was taken down for 24 hours, you sort of missed out on a Friday night because of that. But if you have enough infractions, your world, I've seen it happen, your will will be deleted without recourse. We will have no way of getting it back. I say no way. If you got a duplicate of it, you would, but generally that's it. Judgment is final. Bosh, it's gone. I say it's final. You could probably appeal it. The problem is the people I know that have done that, they've known what they've done. But it still goes without saying that Meta do have direct control over your world and always will. They can come and go, they can, I guess, and the policies, they could probably come in and sort of take whatever they want as well. Michigan is fine. It's almost like halfway towards open source, where instead of sharing your code and objects with the world, you're sharing your code and objects just with Meta. But it's your okay with that. If you don't give a crap, then that's absolutely fine. And whatever. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Yeah. But anyway, we've wandered so far. But I can see something coming. I reckon there'll be a business model around this place, possibly some advertising as well. People keep saying, oh yeah, advertising. I think there will be advertising. I think there already is. You look at it, is advertising with sort of pop stars and stuff, like Doja Cat gigs and stuff. They are clearly advertisements for, music brands. That's happening. But they're not really taking any money from the sort of the gigs that they put on. I believe truly in any multiversal product that the success of a platform is mostly dependent on community and partly dependent on corporate sponsorship. These things need to be, trying to think of the right word. It's symbiont. No, it's not symbiont. Symbiotic. It's where community and corporations can coexist and benefit from each other. So obviously the companies coming in, dropping off experiences, they're going to draw, consumers. And the consumers feel like they have control over it as well and can set their own stuff up. And so far that's kind of happening, but there's a lot of people scratching their heads starting to wonder why they're doing this. There's like no payout for anything. I think I've heard it said that in the next year you might see sort of a lot of community events being sort of ticketed events. I mean, it's already happening over in VR chat, where a lot of sort of community runners are actually signed to take money and memberships for events. And I think that's going to spread a bit to other platforms, and you can sort of shake your hands in there and go, oh, I'm not going to that, there are so many. But you have to bear in mind that, again, there's a lot of creatives who they don't work artist jobs necessarily, or perhaps they do, but their talents are in providing entertainment. So why wouldn't you give them like a $5 to be able to go and attend and listen to them? You know, it's like, can't sneak into gigs, like, shouldn't. As long as the price is reasonable, I don't mind paying. It's, you know, people put time and effort into this shit. Do you expect them to do it for free? Well, if you do, then go somewhere else. You're going to start to find that the better stuff is going to start not being free. Oh, hi, Witch, how you doing? So, I was a little bit delayed in setting the stream up because I was doing a bunch of YouTube prep. I haven't actually published those videos yet, but they are, well, they've uploaded. I gotta sort of bag them and tag them and then just hit the publish button. But, yeah, I'll give you a sneaky peek, Witch, if you're still there. You still there? I forget what I was doing up here, actually. Spawnable list. Oh, yeah, I think I was priming something. That's fine. So if I just come down, and if I press this, so you can see like the Lotus is pretty much empty. And I'm gonna hit restart a sec because I fudged something up. I need to just test it works. So if we now go down here, so this is the I said that the techniques in this aren't anything special. The hard work, however, and the time sync is more on how much of it is going on. So again, not falling into the trap of spawning in too much, but check this out. I'll just guide you around here. Ready? So here we have these panels. These panels won't be visible to non-moderators. Some of them will be visible to some, but not others. So if I now go, right, check this out. I'm going to point you upwards. Here you go. Ready? You ready? Well, it looks the same, to be honest, Witch. It looks the same. The only thing the eagle-eyed will notice is that the ceiling is a bit higher, and there's a reason for that. But this is, I've got all the groundwork in now, most of the groundwork at least. I've now got to fill in the content, because the groundwork was the hardest part, but the content now is the grindy part. So if I just hit, for example, sofa back left, right? You can see that disappears. Sofa back right, sofa front left, sofa front right. So you've now just like blitzed all the sofas, they've gone. And because in themselves they are quite simple to dispose of, they've now gone. So I can bring back a front right sofa, and that's just spawned back in with the coffee table. I can just sort of, I need to put a delay on this because if I allow people to click these too quick, then spawning in can really go wrong. So if I just get rid of that, I'm going to get rid of the corner piano now. Hopefully this will work. Yes, it did. Didn't last time. And then I'm going to get rid of the circular stage. So this isn't a complete list of everything that's spawnable yet. I've got to go through that very, very shortly, and I'm going to have very long lists of different pieces that I can bring in and take away. But check this out. This is the first of a new feature, which you will have seen me use back in older builds, but the purlin floor. Again, not by itself, you'll see it in conjunction with other things, but so there'll be like DJ booths and all kinds of like laser effects and stuff coming in, of course, but oh my god, look at my little kicky right leg. Yeah, that's so funny. Hang on, let me just come down a sec. So I accidentally hit the build mode button. So I'll be able to spawn in light arrangements, the special effects, lasers, and also some unexpected surprises, which I'll be working on. So now that the foundations are there and the panels are there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build out those panels and also environmental placeables. So I'll be able to go absolutely wild with just spawning in different components, and we can reconfigure the entire interior of this place. Ignore the podiums as well. These are mock-ups, these things. I don't know if I like these. I don't know if I want to bridge across the two of them with like an upper area. I don't know what I want. I've got too many ideas and chaos in my head right now. I can't. But I do want podiums, but maybe I'll have different styles of podiums. But we're gonna have dance nights, we're gonna have rock nights. This is the first time I've told anyone this actually. I haven't ever been to even a list of a few things that I'm doing, but we're gonna basically reconfigure this place on different days of the week, and I'm gonna say this is exclusive. But Clyde had a wicked idea to do like a beer keller for Oktoberfest, and that is something that I'd like to work on today. Very simple, of course, but what we do is we have spawnables, like benches and maybe liter jugs of beer, and we have like other sort of decorations, but the emphasis is I've got to do it as simply as possible. I'm not trying to create the most detailed thing ever, because if I spawn that in, it's gonna fuck up. So it's got to be simple. So those benches are going to be simple, as are everything else. But yeah, I need to finish off the drinks dispenser. I'm also, and I don't think I've said this in public, I'm gonna have food in here as well. So I'm gonna have a little food vent. So if someone says, "Oh, hey, I want a hot dog," okay, you can have a hot dog. Then we can just go wild with like loads of different varieties of things. Yeah, that's gonna take a bit of time. Now I need to probably do a lot of the food design in another instance. Also, at the moment I can only dispense martinis, but I want the clicker to be able to dispense more than just martinis. Obviously, I want it to be able to choose colours and also types of glasses, and then I want to extend such glasses. I may not get the more kinds of glasses in or the food in for the launch, to be honest. I'm having to sort of start kicking out things which I know I can add afterwards. I may have a few types, like I might put in the food bin with 4 types of food, but I really want to go beyond that. I want to take it well beyond that, just to add sort of like crazy amounts of sort of variety. The only risk that I'm taking with this is that I'm counting on acid spawning to work consistently, because if it does not, this whole thing is going to go wrong, and I've seen other places be bitten by that. But here's the clincher. I've seen other places get bitten by that because they got carried away with the complexity of the objects that they were spawning. You'd find any given weekend it would suddenly foul up and half a stage would spawn in. I'm just going to wire up one more thing and then give you a sneaky peek of another thingamabob. So bear with. I'm just going to point you towards the bar while I run over here, because to wire up, I've got it done quite easily. Obviously, we can't have multi-dimensional arrays or sort of multi-type arrays with complex objects. So unfortunately, I do have to update an asset list, which is one thing. A bit of a shame. So I'm just going to make sure I hit the right thing here, because I did the audio spawn earlier, which of course is not right. That's another thing as well. I have different audios. Try and get some royalty-free sort of remixes and mashups, and bring it in so every different theme can have its own music background with it. You can DJ bot it all the time, although we could still override it if we need to. Should be good. Imagine having like a goth night or a rock night in here. That would kick ass. But yeah, I'm not trying to sort of be other places. I'm trying to be everything at any point based upon what we want to do, because I know you can't keep everyone happy, or can you? Not all at the same time, but I think the Lotus had a great vibe doing all this sort of the bossa nova, and I think it's time to sort of push beyond that. So it's time to go massive, and of course being on 2 platforms now, you know, this banter is a real opportunity, because we can do so much more in banter than we can in Horizon Worlds. I'm really looking forward to that. So okay, so let's wire up some more stuff. So my recent one, again, very simple, was the big stage. So I'm going to pull the base stage into asset number 7. So if I just pull WL big stage into a sec. No, I'm doing that wrong. I'm not pulling in assets, I'm pulling in the spawner objects. That's right, because we use the toggle function. So this should be the big stage. Yeah, big stage. Oh no, what did I just do? Just destroyed something. Okay. So me, you can't see build mode at the moment, but the amount of like wires and cables everywhere is just nuts, because everything's showing me what it's linked to, and there's a lot of linkage going on here. I hope I don't lose this. That would be really unfortunate. So okay, ID number 7 is going to be big stage spawner. So now unfortunately I need to go inside the script, which is not audio list, I made that mistake before. Spawnable lists. Spawnable. Okay. And then what we do in here is we go over to here, and we need to send Jesus, to add all these variables now, this could take forever. Right, spawnable items. No, not yet spawned, I'm sorry. Asset names. Yeah, great. So this I just need to give an arbitrary name. It's going to be called stage. Big stage. Just a silly name because I've repeated the word stage, but whatever. Got the prefix. Okay, so if I just close that down there, I'm gonna quickly hit restart so everything's gonna spawn in, unfortunately, because I need to reload those arrays. So you're gonna get sort of covered in tables and stuff. Let me just grab the stylus. I'm gonna quickly just get rid of the BL, the BR, the FL, the FR, the stage 6 with the corner piano. We are now reset. That's good. So what I'm gonna do now is bring in. Oh, I need to move you actually. Yeah, let's do this. Ready? Turn it, turn it. This is the new replacement for the big stage. Again, remember, don't expect anything too outlandish. Any singular part shouldn't be that complex or impressive. It's when you put them together, that's I'm hoping to wow people. So, see if that works. There you go. Oh, fuck. So, I've actually spawned it in the wrong way around. So, what I need to do is I need to rotate the spawner to fix that. So, bear with. I thought I had that. Might. So this is the big stage spawner. And what I do now is I make sure Snappy's on. I'm going to turn that away to section. Okay, so let me just lock that again so I don't accidentally move it. What was the thing? And then if I quickly hit restart there. Okay, I'm just going to have to run back. Sorry about this. Twist. So now we're going to Super BL, Super BR, Super FL, Super FL, stage 6, the corner piano. So here we go, big stage, ready? Thank you, the sack. There you are. So again, there's not really parts to this. There's not many parts to this. There is a bounding box. You can't just run onto the big stage. It's not that kind of stage. It's meant for performances. So you've got obviously the keyboard for the bass. Simple, why try harder? I may detail that with another sort of thing on top just to give it some extra, but right now not needed. And then we've got 2 faceted cylinders and 2 rectangles, 2 faceted cylinders and 2 rectangles. And that's it. Oh yeah, and sorry, invisible bounding boxes around it as well. So very, very simple design. And even sort of if I try and jump on it from the side, you know, that box, that guard box doesn't go. It doesn't let me do it, so yeah, sorry. It meant that people can't just run at it. But another thing, actually, which are you still there? Because I'd like to say this. I haven't seen anyone do this in an admin panel yet, and this is kind of killer. It's a simple thing. It's a simple thing, but I haven't seen anyone do it. So in the user administration, okay, so what we're gonna do is we could say select 1 person and 2 person, okay, and then we can say, right, I want to restore them both in one go, and then we both, yeah, see, you've basically passed an array of users across to an action. So I've not seen anyone allow you to multi-select users and then fire an action on them. That's kind of useful because we know from spending time here, don't we, that, you know, if you get a group of kids to me and they might fly in all 5 of them at once. So why wouldn't you just, right, they'll always be added to the bottom of the list. So you just be like, book, 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 and then bam, freeze them to the spot and silence them all in one go. Cool. Yeah, right. Yeah. Or eat them or whatever. So yeah, only the restore button works at the moment. But to be honest, again, like I said, a lot of the effort in this place has been on the wire up, the fundamentals, the foundations, right? Getting the sort of the skeleton of it all right. Which is why it doesn't look like I've done much. You could argue I could have done more. We won't go down that path. It's but no, for sure. Now we've got the fundamentals in and they've been tested. We now have to fill it with content, and that I think is the easier bit because you can just go wild with it. You've just got to make sure you get, you know, that the smaller blocks are responsible for toggling the state of things. So, for example, if I bring you over here a sec, the panel itself has no knowledge whatsoever over whether things have been spawned or not. It only knows that it has to exist to fire the command. Relevant spawner, and the spawner is just an invisible object that's wired up. to an asset. But it tells it toggle the state. Now I could put some elementary stuff in here just to say like, so I can say when I start the world, then by default I've got the sofas in, so I can say yes, they've been spawned in, and that's a thing that I could do. I do need to put a delay on it to stop you spamming it, because I think if I allow people to spam it, the mid spawn it could spawn 2 million in one go. So I need to put a sort of a little delay on that. Probably like a 5-seconder. Again, spawning is not always at the same speed. It depends how many people are in the world at the time, I think, and how quickly the sort of asset library stuff is going. Oh, I think there's a return script on that that's pulling that out of my hand. That's maybe not a bad thing. But yeah, if I go in here, I can sort of say, right, big stage, be gone. And now I can say, right, sofa back, left and right, please be here. Wonderful. And then I could say, right, bring back the piano, bring back the Seiko stage. There we go, done. Yeah, it's a good fun. Do I want to sort them by order of appearance? The ordering is already done like that. Down the bottom is the newer ones. Okay, so what you can see if you look at this, you see Three-Eyed Tiger because I came in after Tigerbot. If I leave as Tigerbot and come back to here, and then set back in, let's just walk around. You'll see now Tigerbot will appear at the bottom because Tigerbot just came in. So yes, by order of appearance is by default the way that it's done. We're going to add loads more controls here. You've got obviously some off the cuff with your restore, kick, ban, silence, freeze. I'm not going to do like a freeze unfreeze or a silence unsilence. I'm just going to hit restore just to restore them back to, you know, working state. It's much, I think, more intuitive than having to click every button again to restore them back to working state, to have just one button that removes all sort of curses, if you were. Fake curses. I love that phrase. I've been playing too many MMORPGs as a kid, I think. So yeah, just yeah. Yeah, this needs to have a raycast on it just so you can see what I'm doing, but yeah, so that little stylus is now going to serve drinks, and now you have the drinks animated flying out of somewhere into landing in different pads, but those little pads are going to be hidden from normal users, but they're going to be visible to people who can serve drinks. So the idea is you can just sort of by magic walk up to people's tables and go, hey, can I interest you in a drink? And it's like, boop, you know, yeah, sure. You want a flirtini? Great. You want an apple teeny? Great. You want a cherry teeny? Great. You want a lime and rum or whatever the hell, and you just spawn the drinks out for people. And as to how much freedom I'm going to give that, I may just have like a random button as well, which just allows you to spawn random drinks. I may have to control how many drinks can be active at any one time though, to avoid serious spamming, because too many assets spawn into a world I think can crash the world, or it can certainly make performance very ropey. So I'm going to have to put a control mechanism in there, just to ensure that that does not happen. That's pretty important. But yeah, all good. Yeah. What I might do with this as well, so we did back in the Securitron, I may put little signifiers after the users to say like, but no, it's a level of engineering I don't know if I'll want to go to at this time. It seems too much. Like I said, I've always wanted simple administration tools, but I recognise maybe the need for sort of chasing people around with a knife is fun, don't get me wrong, but there comes a point where I actually maybe need to be a little bit more sophisticated, but not gold plate it, not over-engineer it. This is not meant for public use. This is not going to be distributed as a thing. I'm not making this for the community. I was very clear that this admin panel is actually can be rigged into intrinsically everything that the Lotus is. So everything in here is going to be wired into the Lotus. Sure, there are principles within it that could be extended, but no. Yeah, a lot of it's to do with sort of like environment management. So I don't want to distribute that. It just wouldn't make sense to. Yeah. It's right, what time is it? 12:16. Okay. Food or gym? Actually, do a couple more assets just so we can test it. So I'm just gonna focus a sec, so Now I've got more of these things in. I'm gonna have a look here. So that's the, I think that's the DJ stage. DJ stage spawner. I want to bring across the laser show from Paris as well at some point. Very dear. So it's this, that's the, I don't know what the hell that is. I think that's a strobe light. Oh, actually, fast phaser light. Okay. Right, it would be helpful if I actually gave them good names. I can see what they do just from the assets that are linked on their names, because they are named properly. Fast phase spawner. If I just go back to this one and make sure this was when I focus. That is the DJ stage spawner. That's fine. And then this is the, what is that? Neon triangle spawner. Cool. Ah. Try spawner. Cool. Sure I'm missing something, but whatever. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so if I go into, make sure I get the right one and not make this mistake again. Oh, I'm making taste in the right way. I'm not. So if I just jump over here, okay, Jesus Christ, a spider's web in here. What the hell is this? This is part of it. Okay, that's fine. Have a separate one for lighting, I wonder. We'll come back to that. There's time to separate these things out. Apple teenies, yeah. Well, and the answer is a lot. A lot. It really can do a lot. Yeah, it really can do a lot. I did spam it before, but again, it depends how much is in the world, and that's why emptying this world out to pull it back in the base direction of this world in a stock state refreshed has currently a user capacity of 24, and I'm hoping to hike that up further. I would like to get it up to an organic 32 player publish, because that would be absolutely mint and have complete control over what could appear at any one time. And still play within the rules and just spawn in what I need. Because don't forget, you have a 200% capacity on assets before it starts saying no, we can't do any more. And that's actually one thing I'd love to see in production. If you're the world owner, I'd love to be able to see the script output, the debug output, see if something fucks up, like actually see a log of it. That would be nice. Maybe that's what the new trace logs are about. I don't know, I've never really tried to use that. Okay, one for another day. So, spawn list tablet. So if I just scroll down a bit, so element 8 is going to be now the boost stage. Oh Christ, was that so big? It's pointlessly big. Okay, DJ stage spawner. Some book. DJ stage spawner, fine. I'm hoping to work and spruce these stages up a little bit externally over time, but getting the basic boundings of them and the basic outlay of them is certainly priority, and then seeing how they perform, and then we can try sprucing them. And I think the DJ booth needs like more. It needs far more to it. It needs speakers on it, but yeah, we'll come back to that. Okay, so we've done that. Now I need the zoom fast phase spawner. It's going to be a bit of a jumble at the moment, but we'll get there, guys. Main thing. And what is this? What is this? There's a neon tri-spawner. Okay, that's good. So now I've done that. Oh, I just realised there's a whole lot of other stuff as well. Fuck. Okay, oh, this just got exciting. I just remembered some of the other bits that they put in here. This is wrong, because I'm not spawning them in. I've already got placeholders to remind me that they ever existed. So I'm gonna say oh, okay. Green. corner. And then we got some stuff over here. And I might actually have another one that I want to bring in at some point, but it's not ready yet. But it's another laser. But I can just do different variations of lasers like this thing. They don't all have to be running at one time, but I can just from the back sort of mix it up a little bit. And almost like a lighting booth. Not that would be sort of obsessive at it, but you know, it'd be nice to provide different variations of lasers at different times. So the blast light L goes here. Blast light, that sounds exciting. I think I remember what that is. We'll find out now. We'll find out. And okay, this is the... Damn it, I didn't even call them. So it's a blast light. I need to rename this. Me, that's a lot of lines. Okay, I'm just going to bring this back so I remember why I'm here. So they are now wired up to number 13, so 0 to 13. Okay, so what I now need to do is unfortunately open up the script because you can't edit this in a properties panel. You have to do it inside the script, which means I'm going to have to duplicate the script if I ever, but again, the script is mechanically sound now, I think. I can't see it needing too much attention. So I just find my way down to the names. I'm going to just move myself over here a bit so I don't accidentally hit anything. Maybe zoom in just a bit. Okay, great. So the asset names I've got here. So the new ones that I just added were the DJ stage spawner. Shang. See, sad. I just mindlessly typed that. Some DJ stage. Quite a DJ booth. No, I'll go a DJ stage. Feels more right. Right, battery low. Oh, come on now. So I move this over here. Oh, I just glitched and span around loads of degrees. Stage DJ stage was the next one. Fast phase, so we're going to say light. So fast phase is as close as I might get to a strobe light, because I know strobe lights could trigger something. Spinning triangles. Okay, so light. White laser carpet. I don't know the technical names for these things. I'm just going to call them whatever bloody hell I want. And then, so light. Last, I think R was the first one. That's going to be light plastic. L. Okay. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. I think I'm done. So if I just quickly reset this. Just make sure we've got no errors. That's okay. Right. We ready? Are we ready? Let's go. So let's just move you across here. So you can see all the new options in here. And if I'm going to try and position this right so you can see it all. So if I just get rid of sofa BL, sofa, yeah, blah, 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 stage circular corner piano. Now we're going to bring in the DJ booth. DJ booth is in. So again, it's not as pretty as it could be. It needs to have far more going on there. But let's just bring in some spinning triangles. Spinning triangles. Oh yeah. Let's do the laser. Let's do the blaster lights right and left. Yeah, look at that. Hey. So that's Those are the blaster lights. I like those. They're not as good as I think they should be, but they'll work. They're good. You couple that with some good music, you got yourself some good stuff. So now we're gonna add in the high laser carpet. I love this one. So that's lovely. We got a lot of stuff going on in there. And then do we bring the phaser? We're gonna bring in the phaser. Oh, fast phaser. Okay, so boop. There you go. So we got ourselves some, hopefully not eye-wrecking lights going on there, but a little bit more upbeat. So if I bring in the bed-in floor. So yeah, let's go explore. Let's go play. There's so much more coming, guys. The problem is, and I think this is true of a lot of Horizons developers, we have so many ideas. You just can't put them all in at once. So what we do is we develop a system where we don't have to put them all in once. We just change them in real time, whatever the fuck we want to. There's gonna be so much more, you just don't know. This is where we open up Pandora's box. But again, like I said, don't judge anything too harshly. A lot of these actual spawner bowls are unfinished, so I'll be making amendments to them. I love this floor. So yeah, yeah, so much more. So much more to come. Not sold on these podiums. It's never really not the next ship. Thing is, I do want to do something with verticality in here because I feel we've got the room for it, but great. But that's the thing, I wanted it to maintain its sort of vibe as sort of like a really dimly lit bossa nova bar. But I also want it to like be a rock bar. I want it to be a dance club. I want it to be everything. And I just can't decide. So I decided that I didn't have to decide. It's just doing it all. Nuts. Anyway, let's just shuttle this off and see what happens. Ready? Et voila. Great. Okay. Right, no, I'm going to end the stream at this point, but I hope you guys enjoy. I got the reason. That was rude. I got the return time on that realm. Like, it should only do it when I've let go to drink for a certain amount of time, because I've kind of done that from scratch with the asset spawning nonsense. So it basically spawns the drinks, then gets rid of them. That's all to save on capacity. Man. Hey, it's so much fun. Still work. Oh yeah. Loves it. Okay, so much more to do. We got under 2 weeks to do it. I think we're up for it. I say the devil's always in the last 20%. The Pareto principle, isn't it? Pareto, 80-20. Do 80% of the work in 20% of the time. The final 20% of the work takes 80% of the time. But we're making good progress. Everything so far is held together. All the scripts are firing. No problems. The foundations are there. The foundations are strong. We got good foundations. Got a good belly. So far. We'll see if it all fucks up when it goes live now. Be prepared for anything. Yeah. Okay. Wait. I do have to... Come on. Do I want a door system in here? I'm not sure. Oh. Not sure. Anything that equals manual management, I think I've already got enough in here. I'm not interested in. That karma system I was talking about as well, I don't know if I'm going to implement that. I did some more thinking around it, and I think just having the ability to sort of... The abilities you've seen so far, I think, are quite enough. I might need to separate spawnables out with sort of light effects. I know, we'll see in time. As I'm in a bit of a rush right now, and the aim is not to have everything perfect by the 24th, it's just to have it serviceable enough for a decent enough go live, and then we carry on working in the background. Not too much though, but like I say, you have a decent base to it, and then you can just add more things on, like designing plugins, right, for a base product. And that, I think, is the strongest way to develop a world right now, providing us Spawning doesn't massively cough at payables. I'm just noticing imperfections as well, you know. No, it's not, it's okay. Do more of these, more variations. Oh yeah, I know in the stream, guys, because I'm just running around in circles. My brain is sort of stopped, so I'll see how the rest of the day goes. But what is it? 12:34. Yeah, I might do some exercise. I might have some food. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. Hope that was in some way fun. I will see you all later. Probably do another stream actually once I get a bit more energy and focus back. But any ideas? Too many ideas going on. Oh man, so many sort of subsystems in this. Half built. Right, yeah.